got a little bit of tailgating in, but not as much, which isn't fair. I got that taken away from me a bit.
What's your tailgating beverage, Wiz? It's not beer, is it?
Oh, I like beer. I like to. I actually made a nice little Crown Royal and little Crown Royal and ginger ale before the game. Yeah, I was feeling real froggy. I needed it after that.
There's nothing more mental than what Americans will drink at 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning at a tailgate for me. Irish coffee, I get it in the morning, whatever, but...
I was doing Jello shots,
There's some setup at these things, though, isn't there?
He stopped. His brain thought of what he had. He had a little giggle, and then he stopped. I was doing Jello shots.
Listen,
how do you feel it's going to look for the World Cup? How do you think it's going to look for the World Cup?
Well, I think the thing that is going to be weird is that when they had the Super Bowl there, they didn't let anybody park at Metlife Stadium. The only people that parked at Metlife Stadium were people that were working the Super Bowl.
Is that a Dodger having
all the corporate tents, all that stuff. It's just like, I'm telling you, if they do that for the World Cup, it'll be an absolute mess because they'll rely on public transportation. They're screwed.
The
They were doing bus shuttles. I'll send you guys some of the clips, but it was like there was this old sports radio guy, Mike Francesa. He used to have this show, Mike and the Mad Dog, and then he had his own show. I actually called in and got into like an argument with him on sports talk radio about. He was like, "Oh, it'll be perfectly fine. Like they know how to do this. It's a Super Bowl." And then like there was people waited 3.5 hours to get home.
I don't know if you ever have you ever tried to get the train after a game at MetLife?
Yeah, it's a disaster.
You're better off walking.
That's why you do the move like we did at Oasis. Veteran move.
The whiz move.
So quick.
It's ridiculous. You're better off.
We didn't even do anything stupid. It wasn't like we just got out quickly.
Just pool your money, $20 a man. Let's get out of
here.
Yeah. Like if they put some sort of pedestrian walkway back to Jersey City from there, you'd be better walking. We'd be better off walking. But
ride a bike back.
city bike.
We were driving back from upstate New York this weekend, and we got to MetLife around 6 and change, like around.
So right as the game's ending,
and it was okay, but I was like, Jesus Christ, you forget how bad it is. But I feel with anything like that, not just to get MetLife, anytime you go somewhere and it's a ball like to get back, it ruins your evening. Because all that momentum, all that high, then you're tired and you've had a bevy and you're like, just get me home, And there's nothing around there. It's a unique stadium where, like, a little bit like, what's it called? The fucking Met Stadium?
Wembley.
No, the Met Stadium. I've never been to Wembley, have I? And you know that.
It's now called City Field.
City Field's in the middle of nowhere.
There's no way
to get on that 7 train. No.
They're trying to build a casino there.
That's not going to help. You need somewhere where there's a little bit of like, do you know when you come out to like Barclays?
No, you know what's beautiful? Have you ever been to Fenway?
Yeah, I have. Well,
Fenway, when you walk out, it's beautiful. Like those streets and the...
I'm talking about like just somewhere in the middle, just so we can go somewhere to grab a pint and just chill for a bit.
Like I went to Arizona last year. I don't know if you've been to that stadium in Glendale. I do the NFL trip every year. They have like about 100 yards, 200 yards away from the stadium. They have this massive open air, like bars, restaurants, music's going off. They got massive screens everywhere. It's like an outdoor thing. I just don't know if they open up American Dream, then maybe that's a possibility.
Why don't they?
It's just a weird setup in there, though. Like,
yeah,
but
I know exactly what you're saying. They have
you walk across the bridge.
I think they have that at the Patriots Stadium. They have this place called like CBS Place, and they have all these bars and restaurants and shopping where people can go before and after the game. So if you wanted to wait out traffic for a little bit, maybe grab some dinner after a game. That's what some people do.
But I think that's why it's so bad, because there's nowhere for anyone to go. So it's like a panic almost to get out.
And you can't walk. Can't walk.
No, can you?
Love this hour. This is automatically morphing into an American football podcast every week.
Shooting.
Well,
shit.
I do have some trivia for you guys if you want to.
It's always a good segue with a bit of whiz triv.
Love this.
So,
love this.
Well, I'll ask you guys the question. Obviously, if you guys can't figure out who it is, then I can go to a multiple choice option on that same question.
Don't disrespect us with that shit. Go.
Okay. Who was the first player to reach 100 Premier League assists?
Assists, bollocks.
I don't want the multiple choice option.
It's going to be United, isn't it? It's going to be like
right.
a Scholes or a Giggs. It's not Beckham.
Unless it's someone mad like Stuart Ripley at Blackburn when they were good for like 2 or 3 years.
What is our final answer?
Peter Beardsley.
Ooh.
No, on Peter Beardsley. I need a final answer from you, Anthony.
I want less sass.
Listen, I'll administer the sass here.
Paul
I'll let you know. No, but you're close.
So it's United then? No. Giggs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
All right.
I did the wrong one.
He started earlier, didn't he?
This one, I don't know if it's going to be an easy one or if it's going to be a hard one. Who is the only player to score a Premier League hat-trick, play as a goalkeeper, and later manage in the league? Do you need me to repeat?
No.
Hat-trick as a player, played as a goalkeeper, and later managed in the league.
So he wouldn't have played as a goalkeeper. He would have.
Remember, he scored a hat-trick. No.
Don't like the Jagielka thing when he came in last minute. Be a silly one.
Got Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank.
This one may actually be wrong. My apologies.
Oh man.
Zero on the hook all night.
It said it. All right. Well. Give another answer here. No.
Speaking of keyboard warriors, how funny was that one you got into a little spat with the other day on the Instagram?
Who was that?
That guy was chirped way too much.
Do you know him, or is that just a random?
No, it was just I think it's a random bot because he didn't know that you guys followed him, and he had like 200, random followers and no pictures. I think we're getting the bots. All right, I'm going to take away this question. The answer they gave was Robbie Fowler, but that is not right. He never was.
He's never been a keeper him either.
When's he played in goal?
He played in goal when David James got a red card. All right, which player scored the fastest Premier League hat-trick?
Sadio Mane. Oh no. It was Sadio Mane, wasn't it? But now it's somebody else.
No, it is Sadio Mane.
It is?
Yep.
I thought it was somebody else. All right, me.
For
Southampton, yeah.
I never would have got that.
All right, give me one more chance here. Apologies. I'll have to double-check these.
We've been crushing these, by the way, just so you know.
Which player has appeared in the most Premier League matches without ever winning the title?
Gareth Barry.
No, Man City.
You got it right.
Seriously?
Yeah.
He didn't win with City.
Oh my God! Don't tell me this thing is.
No, because didn't he go and play for Everton? The City didn't win the league until like 2000.
No, he won with Mancini.
Yeah, but Gareth Barry wasn't playing. I don't think then. Has he not signed for you by then?
No, he won the Premier League. Fucking A.
Jesus Christ!
Yo, AI is failing me right now.
Why are you
putting
putting
to Google it?
I'm using it to do I'm like some fun trivia questions. I'm like put together,
That's class. Two of them.
These are worse than the right answer though. Hey, I did confirm that one.
These are worse than your bets.
Wow. No, I went 2-1 in the bets. Get that right.
Brilliant.
Do you want to start with that to rally after? Or are you going to have another question for us? Another bullshit question.
Oh God.
Oh my God. I really should do some due diligence before I actually.
A little bit.
Yeah, just a little due diligence, But
that was brilliant. That was brilliant.
That's all right. Who's the first player to miss a Premier League penalty?
My goodness. Don't say anything.
1990.
Yeah, obviously.
Dean Saunders.
No.
Alan Shearer.
No. And of course, this gave me the wrong answer on AI. It's crazy.
No chance. Is the answer from AI? Because if it's AI, I'm going to say like Serena Williams, something like that.
Can you give us the team?
Aston Villa against Sheffield United. August 22nd, 1992.
Daly and Atkinson.
Oh, God. It says some sources may list other players.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm not...
Cut off. You're done.
That's it.
No,
you're cut off.
I'm kidding.
That's class.
Penalties. I'll have to find out. We'll have to check Ralph, see if fact check that.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, we
speak to the Ralphs.
That's bad. That's on me, guys.
All right, so
let's claw it back with the bets then, shall we?
I trusted my AI, and it just failed me.
Let's go to the bets. Let's go to the bets. Because that was successful this week, apart from Anthony Gordon. Speaking of being cut off as well, Anthony Gordon's cut off now.
That was a weird move.
Cut off that hair. He needs to cut off that hair. What?
That was a weird move.
He was terrible in the first half. He was terrible.
He's a good enough player
in the first half
to not be taken off at half time. I think he's a lad you could like I don't know. I think he's got enough cred in the bank to be like, listen, you're doing this, you're doing that. He kept trying to make too many long Hollywood passes, I felt, inside, and they give the ball away, and that's what was leading to like them coming at you.
He's trying to do these spin arounds. It's just like Eddie Howe was pissed after the match. Like, he was like, listen, I could have taken anyone off at halftime.
Yeah.
They all played terrible.
That's very un-Eddie Howe, though, to take 3 lads off at halftime.
I think it's because they scored so early, and you just saw that West Ham goal coming. Like, they had chance after chance after chance after chance, and it's just like, this guy Pope, though, just refuses to grab the ball. Just grab it. He tries to punch it.
Does he? Yeah.
He tries to just, and he punches it right to Paqueta, and he gets a good shot on it. And then they just got ran on in the second half. I think it was the best squad, the best 11 that Nuno has picked. He actually picked a normal, functional roster.
That Potts kid looks good, doesn't he?
Yeah, they had some speed out there. I know Jared Bowen was crushing them, and he looked great out there. It was just, that's a very disappointing loss. You win 5 out of your last 6. You're trying to move up the table, and then you just take another step backwards. That should be 3 points you're getting there. And it's just the league form for them. It's just, are they too focused on the Champions League? It's like, I don't know. But they did not look good.
If you're Newcastle, right, are you focusing on the Champions League? Like, are you going to legitimately win the Champions League? Like, what are you, or are you taking it as...
Top 8 right now.
No, I know, but like, if you look at it and say, focusing on the Champions League, is that a realistic thing to say as a Newcastle fan? Do you think?
I think if they get into the knockout stages, St. James is it's a tough place to play. They can make that.
Isn't that a win anyway? Isn't that if they get to like?
But I think the reason for my question is, like, if you at the end of the season, if you have a run in the Champions League and I don't know, say you get to the quarterfinals, but you finish 7th in the league, and you don't have Champions League football next year, which means you don't get the money that Champions League football brings. Like, is it one of those where, like, listen, we want to be in the Champions League every year, but we also want to be getting ourselves in the top 4? Because if we don't, you're not going to get the Champions League money, which means you're not going to attract those big players. If you're like what's that word? Proverbial? No. Like consistent Champions League team, then you're going to get more players. You got more access to more players, and
So what are they meant to do though? Like, are they meant to just get in there and then bank it in?
Well, not necessarily bank it in, but like don't say. And I'm not saying this is what you've said, but don't have it in the back of your head like, we've got the Champions League. Like, you should be winning games. Like, West Ham have been shite, and you should be going to London, and they've got to go back down to London this week to play Brentford. Yeah. They should be winning games like that. I mean, listen to
you win 2 lose 2 on the bounce as well.
You go down there again, and you're going to go back down.
Now, I will say though, I looked it up, and last year after 10 matches, Newcastle was 11th in the league. So they may also
finished
5th. Slow starters. They may be some slow starters, and I think they had a really, really rough preseason. They, I think they really wanted Johan Wissa to be that number 9 to start off the season and bring in Voltemade slow. And I think he's had to play 90 minutes every match. It's just like, you're in it. And I think he's done a great job, but I think there's some games where he's just like, you can just see maybe he's just a little bit of wear and tear on the body. Maybe he's just, the speed a little bit. You still continue to get used to the speed of the Premier League and the physicality of it. Like, you're going up against these physical center backs every single game. And, I don't know if he took those 2 guys off looking ahead to the Champions League. And they're like, I don't know, but it was just not a good performance at all. But hey, credit to Nuno. Credit to West Ham. I mean, I talked a little smack there to the team about them, and they shoved it right up my hoop. So, fuck.
I think you're allowed a bad day at the office. I think it was a very un-Newcastle, Eddie Howe's Newcastle performance, and it was surprising to me that Nuno was still getting spanks, you know what I mean? Like, that they were losing so many games, because he's such a quality manager. So if it's took him a little bit of time to, like, make the car while he's driving it, that doesn't surprise me. Did I expect him to get sacked? No. I think he'll do sound, and they've got enough quality in there. And other people are, like, Burnley is starting to drop a little bit. Leeds is starting to drop a little bit. Sunderland were taken down, lost some points today to a really big club. So, like, these lads coming up have lost a bit of momentum, and they're looking. I don't think they're all going to go down. Wolves are done. We know that, right? See you later. Thanks for playing. I don't care who they get in. They're talking about getting Gary O'Neill back, which is just...
He turned it down, hasn't he?
So he should. They got rid of him.
They're still paying him.
I like him. I like him a lot. I think he's a good coach. So I'm glad he turned that down. I didn't know that. Last I heard on Sky Sports, he was thinking about it.
Yeah, he just said he's backed off it. And the other fella, if I was Rob Edwards...
You can't win that.
I'd say if I was Rob Edwards, I'd leave. I'd stay where he is at Borough.
Where is he, Borough?
They could just quite easily
switch,
flip.
Yeah.
Borough is second in the league. They're doing all right this season.
That is a thankless job. No money, no players, no points. No. Why are you taking that? Especially if you sit on your couch and your stock's a little bit low. Like, I don't know. My head went to Frank Lampard when he was at one point, but he's done really well. Like Wayne Rooney, you wouldn't give the job to him. But if you're someone who's had a couple of, you're like, what's your Hail Mary it, right? If you keep them up, you've smashed it. If you get any form from them, you've smashed it. But no, thankless job. But West Ham coming back in that way, I think that'll be an interesting to see how they go. And then Dyche, he settled it, didn't he? They looked all right against United.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one.
I saw the highlights. They looked all right.
I watched that one. It was they played really, really well in that. They played awesome against them. They just gave up a couple ones there, and that goal by Ahmad was something else. That volley
United
strike
with a better
outside the
team.
box. Yeah,
United with a better team, I felt, but he gets you organised, doesn't he? And then he'll build from that now. I think if they lost then, it's a lot of questions still coming at him, like the way with Nuno. But yeah, interesting to see what those two clubs do now, because they've got the talent. It's just putting them in the right formation.
It's funny how the fixtures work as well, isn't it? Because this week, West Ham are at home to Burnley, and Forest have got Leeds at home.
Oof.
So you're
That's mad.
If ever there was a way to build on a result, it's this week. Because if you can't build on that with those wins against those teams,
would they switch then? What would they?
What do you mean positions? Like West Ham aren't that far adrift. Like if you look at the table now, West Ham have got Burnley. If West Ham beat Burnley,
they're out. Yeah.
Then they'll
West
jump
Ham
in.
has 7 points. Burnley has 10. Yeah.
And Forest have Leeds, who Forest can't catch them yet and can't get out the bottom
pull
three.
Leeds right into it though.
But it'll drag Leeds in. Fulham are the same. They won last week. They smacked Wolves, didn't they? Wolves got a man sent off after half an hour, but still, Fulham.
Newcastle on the same points as Everton, man.
I know. Did you watch that game today? Obviously,
I watched it. Yeah,
mate. How funny is it, right? So, and this is off topic a little bit, but I was working watching Red Bull 2 against Philly Union 2 on Saturday. So I was at the stadium on Saturday watching that game, and Red Bull went a goal down in the first half, and Philly had a chance in the second half. Lad's gone clean through, and he's just passed it the wrong side of the post. Would have made it 2-0. The game was nothing. It was a nothing game, and then all of a sudden Red Bull scored 2 in the last 10 minutes and won.
That was today.
Look at today. Like that game, if he scores that goal, which is arguably a tap-in, the game's done.
Well, it's not arguably, it is a tap-in. It's harder to get that height on the ball than it is to not, And
what do you having? Sorry, go on.
I feel sorry for the lads at this point. You've seen him taken off. He looked broken, and then one of the coaches sat next to him straight away as soon as he was brought off, and you're just looking at him going, Jesus Christ, how do you, there's a certain cruelty about him switching them every time. At least Beto's a bit older and, has got a bit more tape on him, but this lad is so young. He's so fragile that, took him after 54 minutes again after missing that. Why are you taking off half time?
It's funny how you can tell he must be struggling a bit, because when even Pickford after the game, when they interviewed him, he brought it up about he's unlucky and the ball bobbled up, why bring light to it? Clearly he's struggling and he just wants to show support to the players. What do you make of Pickford bringing his lad out in a half and half kit? Did you see that?
Someone sent it to me. He sounds what do we think he's from Everton? Do we think he's born down the road? No. So I've got no issues with it. I think he's basically committed contractually his career to Everton, and he's from Sunderland. I do think it's unique, but I think you've got to look at it on a case-by-case basis. He's left them, been at us, been unbelievably loyal through thick and thin, and I think he has earned the right to do that, personally.
It's funny, isn't it? How much shit did you see some of the comments when we did that video last week about Pickford being one of England's best goalies? And people were going, no, he got nervous. But if you look at the stats, he's progressed further in tournaments than most, if not all, of the other goalies, apart from obviously
definitely.
Gordon Banks, who won the World Cup.
The other thing we're missing out, that we talked about at the time when we were chatting about it, was he's got one of the worst back fours in front of him than England have in like 15 years.
Yeah, he's not got Bobby Moore in front of him, has he? Or even Sol Campbell?
John Terry, Sol Campbell, Rio Ferdinand, like none of them.
Yeah, I know,
so, yeah. But no, I had no issue with him bringing it out like that.
I'll tell you what, though, Mark Gahey looks pretty good, man. That looks like a big miss from Liverpool because I watched that Palace.
Will you get him a January?
He is a brick wall. He's going to be going to Madrid.
I would argue, honestly, I saw it today. It was like he's gonna. Today it was saying he's going to see his contract out and finish at the end of the season. If I'm Liverpool, I just go pay the freight on him in January. Like whatever little tax they want to put on him in January, I'd say pay it because it's clear that that's what they've needed. And he's playing out of his skin. And you know what? You've got to give him credit. Like how many players do you see? Sorry, I'm just picking crumbs off this plate. Kel made lemon cake, Caroline. How many? I know, yeah. Well, I've been on the bike, haven't I? So I've lost a bit of timber. But how many players have you seen that have been in that situation where they've missed out on a big move? Well, your boy nearly, he did it, didn't he? Spat his dummy out and just didn't want to know. Yeah, I mean, Isak finally forced the move through, but players sometimes just drop off a cliff. He clearly wanted to go. The club wouldn't let him go because they couldn't get a player in. He's just, all right.
Cracked on.
I'll just carry on going. Such a professional, which is what you would expect. But at the same time, it doesn't always happen that way. So
isn't it mad?
He's a leader out there too. He's a leader. Like you see it. Like he's still they still look up to him. It's like, hey, if I'm going to be in this jersey, this kit, I'm going to be playing hard.
But why is it seen as like surprising? It's surprising because that's not how everyone acts. But like he's contractually employed by Crystal Palace. They entertained an offer in, down the normal challenge at Liverpool. Didn't go, and he came to work the next day and cracked on. And we're celebrating it. I think that shows where it's gone a little bit culture-wise, like a little bit like the NBA, where it's all these holdouts and, all this stuff. It's like, no, you play for them until you don't, and then you crack on, you compensate it aggressively, and half of you aren't even worth the money. So I agree with you though, Gary. I didn't even think until we said it then about him going somewhere else. I thought it was a done deal. But imagine his stock keep rising. And
think about the teams that he could go to. He could go to, like, Madrid will obviously be sniffing around everyone like they always are, but hopefully they take the big fella off us and we can get somebody else.
Why would they do that, though?
What do you mean?
Why would they take Konate?
Out of contract?
I heard that they offered Konate a contract today. Any word on that?
Madrid?
I don't know.
No, Liverpool.
Speak to your sources, Gareth.
Oh, no, I'm sure
Liverpool offered him a contract, Konate.
I heard Liverpool offered him a contract.
Well, they will. This is what they have done. They did it with Trent. They did it with it. But, like, if his head's been turned, he's gone. Like, there's no question. Like, think about the players.
Why don't you stop him going?
Well, he's having a beast at the moment, isn't he? Recently. But, by the way, before we get on to Liverpool, I'm getting off Konate. Andy Robertson back in the team.
They must have been listening. Right. They must have been listening.
Before
you swerve out of that little one, I'm agreeing with you. You should pay whatever you need to pay to get Mark Gahey in January, and just say, listen, we need it, supply and demand, blah blah blah, get him in, and so
that's
he doesn't sneak off anywhere else.
That's the move that wins you the league.
That's the move that gets us to the Champions League.
Yes, that solidifies.
Or that could win us the Champions League. That's another thing as well. This is what the thing is. I don't see, like, to your point before, I don't see us winning the league this year. But I do see us, if we can actually get it together, having a bit of a run at the Champions League.
Imagine if you could play Ekitike and Isak as a two up front together. That would be like terrifying.
People get up to. I know this is not a Champions League thing, but people get up to speed. Maybe that's what we throw at. Maybe that's what we.
But even if it's something, I think I could see you getting something. I think. It's that whole inverted U theory, like the expectation of you is when you won five games, and now your stock's your third, but like your stock is relatively low for the expectations that you came into the season coming into, where there's going to be an element of like freedom coming soon. Like if they keep running away with the league, the 7 points clear now, which is a lot, but it's not that much, right? They lose one game, and that goes from
they'll be shaking in the
7
boots.
to 4. And as I've said, I've gone on record and said I think Arteta is a bit of a shaker. So I don't know, but let's say it continues on this and they run away with it. You're going to get the freedom to let the team gel a little bit. Let Isak come into it because no one's going to be looking at him as much. And I can see he's playing good football. So I agree. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world if the heat's taken off you for a little bit and people think, all right, Liverpool are out. Let's see how City and Arsenal get on, kind of thing. You know, the way Haaland's playing and all that. But yeah, pay a premium for Mark Gay because you need him. You need him. And if he's off a Canate contract, I don't know what the hell that's about. Let him go. Pay for his flights. You know, like I know he's young and he's had good, but he's killing you at the minute. He is killing. I'm more asking about like it's a bigger game for yous than I think people are chatting about. I think you won against Villa, and if you get a draw out tomorrow, I think you can start building on that. But if you get spanked, and they are on fire at the minute, Madrid, I don't know, the heat's gone. They're not going to sack him, are they? Liverpool don't sack managers. They're not going to sack him mid-season,
I don't think so either. I just think that, I don't know, I'm more worried about Sunday. I think if we win Sunday, or we can get us something on Sunday, which I think we can against them at City, that'll make me feel a little bit better. If someone gives me a draw tomorrow and a win on Sunday, would take that over the other way around.
Win on Sunday. Do you know what? Losing 4 games on the bounce and beating Villa, you're right. If you did draw against Real Madrid and beat Man City, I would take that about you as well.
And they just look more balanced. At the weekend, they just look more balanced. Like I said, Robertson come back in.
What a shocker by Martinez, though. What was that?
You wouldn't take 2 draws now, Gareth?
My thing is, I mean, you probably would, wouldn't you? But you got to want to win one of those games. And I'd rather win the one on Sunday, because if you draw an Arsenal win, and now all of a sudden they're 9 points clear.
But it's just to stop the slide and the chatter and the pressure and all the Arnie chat and all that shit. Like, if you can come out of a week, we've got Real Madrid and bloody City, undefeated in 3 games. Like, I don't know.
I'd take, you're right. I would take it. I'm just being greedy, aren't I? But I think...
at City as well.
I just think last weekend we looked a lot better. I think we got lucky. We got lucky with the first goal, and the second goal's a deflection. But there was a lot more. It just looked more balanced for me, and there's still things wrong with it. But Villa to be in the position they were in after being near the bottom and flying, again, take it. But like you said, hopefully, I don't mind going under the radar for a little bit and just letting people think that we're shite, and then all of a sudden it's like Man City. Like, everyone thinks that. Everyone's talking about Man City at the beginning of the season being garbage, and then all of a sudden the second again. And like you said, if one of these, you call them 6-pointers, where like City play Arsenal and Arsenal get pegged back, it's one thing for us to beat Fulham and then Arsenal get beat by someone else, because it doesn't flip it as much. But if you play Arsenal and you beat them and they lose against a good team, then it makes it more interesting. But
They've created a pedestal for themselves too early in the season. Like, they are 7 points clear. They are, they're playing great football. They're doing all these things. So there's a lot that can create pressure where no one is thinking you're going to win diddly squat. Like, it's within the Prem. Like, no one's got you. They haven't ruled you out completely, right? But it's theirs to lose. That's the sentence everyone's saying at the minute. It's Arsenal's to lose. It's Arsenal's to lose. It's Arsenal's to lose. You guys are working it out. Everyone knows there's a reason why you're working it out. Loads of players. Won last year. Klopp's team, blah, blah, blah. City, no expectation. All the goals are coming from one guy, blah, blah, blah. Arsenal, like juggernauts. It's theirs to lose. And that comes with a lot of pressure. So I don't think the lads at the helm can hack it, but we'll see.
Gyökeres is injured as well, isn't he? He went off at half-time on Saturday.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Scored and then went off at half-time. He's got, muscle injury or something. He's not going to be fit this week. But you never know, do you? Just injuries kill, it's everything. It's everything.
They are stacked. We'll see.
They are stacked, innit? And we know we won this week. You on about the predictions?
Yeah.
Yeah, you won. That would talk about 6-pointers. To be fair, it came down to the last game. If I'd have got Sunderland, if Sunderland would have won, you and me would have drawn. Which
shoulda, woulda, coulda. But on the name of that game,
shoulda, coulda, woulda lately, huh?
There's a lot of that.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda a day. You touched on it before. We were boss in the first half. We haven't got a striker, and then we invited the pressure, and then we got a little bit lucky. I tell you what, though,
should have scored at the end.
Yeah, that
Alcaraz when he went through.
What was he doing?
Yeah,
they didn't even get a shot.
Panicked. But you know what's getting frustrating now? Do you know when a handball's going to be a handball?
I'm surprised he didn't give handball for that one.
Which one?
On O'Brien.
Keane.
He's got the one on Keane.
Where he's got his hands out.
Yeah.
The ball doesn't really change direction, though, does it?
So, gun to your head now, right? What's the definition of a handball for a penalty now? What's it got to be?
It's got to be away from your body.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it, isn't it?
But it's not. It's not, is it?
Because then you've got this whole... Move it, if it's by your body, but then you move your body...
Or if you move out to block it, or if you jump up to block... If it's out the silhouette of your body, it's handball. Yeah. But by that virtue, the one where where O'Brien's got his hand out looked still like Keane. Handball.
Still Michael Keane. You're saying O'Brien, but you mean Keane.
Was it not O'Brien? Is O'Brien not 15?
Keane.
Both times
O'Brien
was Keane.
Is 15.
Oh, was it?
I remember Keane.
There's one on... Keane was the one where it's on the near side.
Yes.
And he's got his both hands out, and the ball didn't really move. The other one, O'Brien's got his hand out here, but I don't know if it was in the box, and that's not. I think that's why they didn't look at it.
I can't picture that one, but Garnagher had one, which it hit his face in, but his hand changed the direction of the ball, which I've seen given. The Michael Keane one is a penalty. Like, if you're not allowed to use that part of your anatomy, right, and that part of your anatomy stops the ball, creating an attack, an opportunity for the team with the ball, with possession, then that's a penalty. You should be penalised for that part of the body being used. But they're saying it's too close. All right, cool. What's too close? Give me a metric. It reminds me of the NFL, where it's like, is it a football move? Do you know, and that's kind of the ambiguity associated with that. It wasn't a football move. It's like a get out of jail free card. So I don't know. I can't work out now this season for the first time in, I think, to date, when it hits your hand, I'm like, let's see, shall we? I've got no gauge on it. Because that Michael Keane thing happened, I turn away, I'm like, pen, stonewaller.
But how bad is it now? Like, look at that video I posted, I was just sticking about on Saturday. But, like, you just don't... Now I'm like, please tell me it's a goal. And then you're like, nah, it's not a goal. And then you just look at it and it comes back and you're like, you can't celebrate it. You can't, or you can't, or like as soon as it hits your hand, you're like,
kind of ruined. VAR's kind of ruined it a little bit with the celebrations. Like your team scores and it's like, wait, 5, 4, 3. Yeah. Okay, wait, no. Like, and then even after that, they can still VAR you 3 minutes later. It's like,
the instinctive celebration's dead. But the handball thing is doing me Sweden because it's, I don't know why it's changed. I don't know who they're giving the credit to or the benefit to or whatever. Then I was talking to a lad today, and you go about to Tarkowski where he's against Leeds and he leant in and he's making an effort to remove his arm and he's turning away and it hits it and then that was a pen. But then this today wasn't. But then you can say it's a natural. They need to get a description of what it entails in my mind. But yeah, it sounds like I'm shouting that we didn't get a pen. I'm just annoyed at the game in general that you're sitting there, and it's just a weird feeling when you go, I have no idea where this is going to go. Yeah, I couldn't tell you if this is mine.
I thought they were going to get that second goal. It just felt like they were going to get it, and then they just never.
From
got
where
it.
Though?
I know.
They had lots of pressure. It was like deflections, and there was no clear-cut chances.
Grealish put one on a tee. Grealish put on a tee for Barry.
Yes, he did.
But how mad is that stadium, by the way?
What, the atmosphere? Yeah, animals.
Madness, isn't it?
Class.
Madness.
3.5 hours on a Monday night for the Everton fans, by the way.
We've knocked out... Yeah, proper that, innit? Proper supporters. We've knocked out about 6 games here just talking.
I do want to give a quick shout-out. One of my picks... Easy peasy, Brighton 3-0 over Leeds. Dominated the entire game. That Diego Gomez.
There is game 7 ticked off.
Diego Gomez is a hell of a player. Danny Welbeck scored again. And they're just...
England chatter for him.
Give him a look. Give him a nod.
I mean, the way that he's thinking, the way that Tuchel seems to think, he's picking lads who are in form, isn't he?
You're being ageist. Also, it's a part of the pitch where we haven't got a lot of... He's not knocking anyone out that you're going to know about. You know what I mean? Like, he's banging them in. Danny Welbeck's thing's always been staying fit. He looks fit. He's banging them in. And, yeah, I don't know.
No, not bad. Leeds are struggling though, aren't they? Leeds are sliding.
It's not like Ollie Watkins is doing much to, like...
Toothless.
Fight for his spot, I feel like. And Ivan Toney, I mean, I don't think he's going to be picked.
Who's he playing against? No one. But no, Leeds look slippy, and they just don't look good. You know, he's changing it a lot. He's changing the team a lot. I always think that's a bit of a concern. I wouldn't be surprised if he got chipped off, you know, because he came in, everyone wants to get rid of him. So I think if he had a couple more games, say, who's he playing, Forest or West Ham, which one?
They're playing Forest away.
Yeah, I think that one and another one straight after it could be him.
Yeah, that's true. Who've they got? Let's have a look. They've got Forest away, Villa at home, City away, Chelsea at home, Liverpool at home. Oh yeah, he could.
You could look at 5 on the bounce there losing.
He could be done if including the Brighton game as well. He could be done by the end of November.
I know. End of November, yeah.
Well, the Liverpool game falls on the 6th of December, but they play Chelsea in midweek as well. But they play City on the. Yeah, it's mental that.
What's Burnley's running like?
Burnley's games, I'm not sure, but I mean, I don't think he goes anywhere just yet.
No, I don't.
Scott Parker in it.
West Ham, Chelsea, Brentford, Palace, Newcastle. There's 3 points.
Fulham. Palace again, though.
Let's settle down.
Palace won again. Mateta scored again.
And
I still won't put him in the fancy team.
Beautiful header, too. Beautiful. I mean, that guy just scores every week. Except for last week when I bet on him. But on them.
But no one's going to buy him. No one's going to buy him. There's about 9 clubs in the league that need that lad, and no one's going to buy him. Because he's not a sexy player. And it makes me howl. Like, Newcastle.
You could do with him.
Oh,
Newcastle could do with him. Man United could do with him. Everton could do with him. Chelsea could do with him. Arsenal could even do with him with Soflad being injured now. Like, tell me when.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
But no one's chatting about him. No one's
Go play with Eze again.
He's good. That lad can play ball, man.
No, but
did you watch Tottenham Chelsea?
Did I watch what? Sorry.
Oh, I watched Tottenham.
What's Brighton Wiz?
No, I just thought Brighton just big win. Thank you to them. But I did watch the Chelsea. I did watch the Chelsea Spurs game. I know they're making a big thing about those guys walking off, but João Pedro got back on the board.
What was that about? What's the chat behind that?
The two guys, I think it was Van de Ven and Jed Spence, instead of, going over and clapping the, supporters, they just walked off the pitch right past the manager.
But he said to go over and they just said, nah, walked off.
Yeah. They're just like, I'm all set.
Weird
Strange
move.
on that, isn't it?
Very Tottenham-y. Very Tottenham-y.
I don't think they were that bad.
That Caicedo,
he's playing well,
an absolute boss in that midfield. On that goal, he was just like a rabid animal getting that ball back and literally just great pass over to João Pedro. And, yeah, it was a big win for Chelsea. I think they really needed that. I think that was one where they had a little bit of a rough patch. And, that Caicedo, man, he is got to be one of the best midfielders in the world. Like, he is just a machine out there.
Yeah, it sets Chelsea up well, doesn't it, to draw at home with Wolves this week.
That would be the most Chelsea thing ever. I hear you, Dawson. How old is he?
Caicedo. I'm going to go 26.
I'm going to go 25.
Is that a trivia question? Do we have an actual answer for?
He is 24 years old. Well, he just turned.
Jesus.
He just turned 24 yesterday.
Yeah. I was listening to a lesser podcast with Gary Lineker, who I like, but Mickey Richards, who I can't stand, and they were chatting about him. And not listening to that and how long he's been on the scene, I would have said 27, 28 minimum. He just turned 24. In my head, I was double checking it. He was 24.
Appearances for his country.
So they've got him locked in on one of those Chelsea contracts, and the way he's playing now.
That's a hit. That's a home run. That's a home run hit right there. No, they've got some good players. I still hate Garnacho. It's just his whole mentality out there. It's just like his attitude's it's just not. Well, I don't even like watching it, but they've got some good players out there. I mean, their defense and that goalie. I know it was a draw, but something about Spurs. They're just when it's a big match, they just crumble. They just crumble when it's a big. They beat up on the little guys. They beat up on the teams they're supposed to beat, and then they get these matches where they got to play a tough Chelsea team, and they just crumble.
Bournemouth looked good to start off with against City. That Adam Brooks, he's one of those players that's been under the radar. Like he's been there for years.
Another team to score there on the Wizards' weekly wagers.
Do you know Haaland's got more goals himself than about 9 or 10 Premier League clubs? Like he's got 13 goals, and I think there's about 9 clubs underneath him that have only scored 12.
He's a competitor of ours now. He's in the YouTube space now, so he's a competitor of ours. So he's not
going around dressed as a Joker.
Yeah, going around dressed as the Joker, interviewing his fiance or girlfriend or whatever she is, and she's saying, "Oh, I really liked his friend, his teammate actually first." It's like, why would you say that?
Because, funnily enough, some of these women or some of these wags that hang around the clubs aren't always in it for the love and affection that these players offer.
I feel like that's the one though that like he is going to be playing forever. Like a striker with his athleticism and his size. Like we just talked about Danny Welbeck. We just talked about these guys. Like this guy's posting freaking him doing ice baths at like 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah,
like.
Doesn't touch the source. Yeah, he's all business.
He literally wakes up. They have a guy from one of the trainers from Manchester City comes to his literally stretches him out and like does all these different workouts with him just to get his his morning routine going. And all these different stretches, all these different routines. And then he goes to the facility and does it all over again with the same guy. It's crazy what this guy is doing.
Different world now. They don't have Tuesday clubs where people are going to the pub and like the longevity of a player now is so much more.
It's interesting behind the scenes and like what a player at that quality and just that high level what they have to go through every single day.
Is it nice to see
13, and then there's 3 players after that have got how many?
6?
So no, I mean in the league 6. So he's got 13, and then Semenyo, Thiago, Brentford, and Mateta have got 6.
Madness in it.
Like,
and you know what's the nice thing about him though? All right, and we don't know him, but like he does all this stuff and he's got a bit about him as well. Like he's got a bit of crack about him instead of just being like a robot like some of these lads now. Yeah, they don't drink, but I think that's the case with a lot of people now. They're not boozers, are they? Like Grealish is somewhat of an anomaly now in this like
you know what he says too? Yeah. He's like, listen, a lot of people are kind of miserable with the weather in Manchester. He goes, this is nothing compared to what I have to deal with up in Norway. He's like, this is like,
they get even less light.
Yeah. He's like, this is easy.
That is us through all the games, you know.
No, it's not.
Is it? It is. Yeah, we've covered every single game. We've touched on every single game.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need to really talk about Fulham, Wolves,
Well, we talked a little bit about Wolves. We touched on Fulham. We touched on Wolves. Oh, yeah, we're flying.
We touched on West Ham,
Some would consider us... Do you know this is our 20th episode as well?
No. So's about us.
I know. Still going.
It almost leaves.
Most podcasts don't make it past 10. 5, 10.
We haven't got our depth. We've got depth.
I know.
Listen,
what we lack in structure, we've got depth.
Honestly, I think I'm excited to watch that Liverpool-Real Madrid game tomorrow. Like, that is going to be...
Yeah,
I hope that. Carvajal's out, too, so I'm hoping they start Trent. That would be... I need to see that.
Can we do a little off-the-cuff prediction for that, the film? Where is it? Is that you or away?
I think there's goals. I think there's goals in this game. I think there's goals.
It'd be the most Liverpool thing ever to beat them.
I'm going to go
just imagine Mbappe peeling off the back of Canate and just rinsing us. I think the goalie's the problem. I say we get beat 3-2.
I was going to say...
I think it's going to be 3-1 either way. 3-1 either way.
It'll be interesting because Vinicius Jr. and Xabi Alonso have been having some back and forth, so I don't think everything's all perfect there at Real Madrid right now. But
a little bit of touch of class today. They've already been out there for the Jota Memorial.
I did see that.
I saw that. Yeah,
I saw the video game controller.
Tip of the hat.
Mm-hmm. And then the guy,
little tip of the hat to that stuff.
That was Dean Howson. Was he from? He was Bournemouth last year, right? Or was it Brentford?
Bournemouth last year.
Bournemouth, yeah. He was there too with them. And,
yeah, I still think we get beat though. I'd love us to win.
3-1 either way. 3-1 either way.
You know,
and that rolls us into the predictions, Gareth.
The real predictions,
PSG too. Oh, and also, I guess I know you sent the clip about you sent the link for the Celtic Rangers. You want to talk about that a little bit? Shout out Martin O'Neill coming back after 20 years.
No, he's not.
Rangers, Rangers play well.
Martin O'Neill's the manager for Celtic right now. Yeah. You know that, Anthony?
Interim.
Yeah.
Interim for the time being. And then Danny Roll, who was at Chef Wednesday with that nutcase in charge, he's took the Rangers job. And they've won 2 on the spin in the league since he's been there, and they lost 3-1 on Sunday. But they had a player sent off after about half an hour, and it just changed the game. But Celtic were actually in control until the sending off. And then Rangers played well with 10 men.
Game. Yeah.
And then just ran out of legs, really. Just ran out of legs. The game got too open in extra time and Celtic scored 2. But, yeah. Hey, listen, I keep an eye on Scottish football. Hearts are flying.
The odds-on favourite to be the new Wolves manager.
He's a rat.
What with Brendan Rodgers?
He is a
what do you
rat.
think about that?
He is
What
a
do you
rat.
think? What do you think about that statement that the Celtic president put out?
Dermot Desmond. You know what?
Yeah.
I think he probably got it out there before. I mean, there's a lot of talk.
No one
about
likes
all of
Brendan Rodgers.
Brendan Rodgers.
Coach. He's a good coach. He's a good
Brendan
coach.
Rodgers was made of chocolate. He'd eat himself. I'm telling you now. Fact.
Do you remember when he came into Liverpool?
No question. He's a good coach.
Cool. And he was this lad from Swansea, and he was salad dodger. So, and then he got the Liverpool job. He lost all the weight, binned his wife that he'd been with since forever, got his teeth redone,
Jeez.
and then that's the thing with me is like that's actually what happened.
That's actually
what happened. It was just literally a secretary at the club. He lost all the beef. He got a bit of success, got his teeth done, and then thanks, high school sweetheart, mother of me kids, and all that shit. That's off the topic of his skill sets as a coach, and I do think he's a good coach.
But everywhere he's gone, he's got a shelf life. Like coaches like that, they are very good, but eventually the personality will catch up with them. Yeah. I had a conversation with someone.
You can't run away from yourself.
What would you rather have? Would you rather have someone who knows the players more than someone who knows the game, or the other way around? I know what I.
Well, the good ones are middle ground, don't they? Like.
Really? See, I'd have someone who knows the players because listen, you have to have a proper knowledge of the game, but if you don't know the players aren't going to want to play for you. It doesn't matter how good they are. How many times have you seen that happen? Where a top coach goes in. It started to happen to Mourinho a little bit now because
that's who came into my head then, lads.
Because he's fantastic, and he is he's good with players, but even he now struggles. I feel like sometimes with a lot of that stuff. Rafa Benitez, the same. I know he was a worldie at Newcastle and won the Champions League with us, but same thing. Can't connect. You can't connect.
That's what you could tell. Like the way that Steven Gerrard talks about him, it was a cold relationship.
Very transactional. He's very transactional.
They got it done. I mean, they didn't get the league done, but they won the Champions League. Got back.
I think those managers can do well in a very specific scenario, but I think to go the top. You've got to manage egos and manage people more than manage the game. And I don't think Brendan Rodgers. I think he can come in really well.
Ego, haven't you?
I think there's a shelf life when you're not a good man manager because it runs that message you're trying to get the players to instill in them. That runs dry pretty quickly. Yeah. If you don't have that man, you don't have that personality.
You can't buy buy-in, can you?
You see it in the NFL all the time with these managers. You see it Dan Campbell, who may not be the biggest X's and O's guys, but he hires the right people, and he's that leader at the top. He's more of like a CEO type.
People run through
like
Alex Ferguson.
Yeah. But you bring the right people around you.
Celtic. Martin O'Neill was the same. Martin O'Neill doesn't do the coaching. He's got Sean Maloney doing the coaching, who's a good coach, but maybe not the profile of a manager that they want. So. Think about Man United, Alex Ferguson. Walter Smith was the same when he was at Everton. He always had someone. Moyes does it. Moyes has got top coaches around him. Liverpool have Liverpool's assistant manager is Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, who's managed Rangers, got him to a Europa League final. But he's Liverpool's Johnny Heitinger.
Pep had Arteta and Maresca from Chelsea too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it's like these people are the top managers. They have top coaches around them so they can be the manager. Whereas Brendan Rodgers, it seems, wants to, be the coach and be the manager, but it doesn't. You can't crack the whip on one hand and then put your arm around someone with the other hand. Sometimes you can't do it. You need somebody else. So
are there actual managers?
Well.
Are there actual?
I'm going to give shout out to Mulligans again. Right, it's a right day if you're a boozer or
getting dizzy on his tab here.
I don't get it. I don't drink. I'm drinking nothing at the moment, hardly. I'm just eating cake. All right.
Lemon cake.
That was so scoused. Not drinking nothing at the moment. Just eating cake.
Tottenham, 7:30 in the morning on Saturday. Tottenham at home to Man United.
Tottenham bounce back. Thomas Frank, get them sorted.
I'm going to go draw.
I think this.
I'm going to go draw.
Who's draw? All right. At 10 o'clock, you've got Everton at home to Fulham.
Everton 100%. Bank it. 100%. 100%.
He's thinking, isn't he?
I'm
going Everton.
I'm going to go Fulham.
You're a rat. You're a rat. Didn't even go for the draw. You're a rat.
What they did to me last week,
10 o'clock also.
3-0.
West Ham, 10 o'clock as well. West Ham, Burnley. West Ham are at home.
West Ham.
I'm going to go with the Hammers.
I think got it sorted. Potts is looking good.
See, I've gone draw because I just don't think they can put it together just yet.
No, I don't think it looked good.
Scott Parker going against this. Didn't Scott Parker play for West Ham at one point?
Yeah.
All right. Sunderland. This is at 12:30, by the way. So if people aren't bevied by this point,
Mangled.
Sunderland at home to Arsenal.
I don't know.
I've gone Arsenal.
Draw.
I'm going Arsenal every week because if they get beat, then usually.
Do you know if Sunderland lose this, they'll slide.
Interesting. All right, and then if you're still not smashed to bits, at 3:00, Chelsea against Wolves.
Chelsea.
I've
got Chelsea.
Let's do win, but it's going to be Chelsea.
All right, this is Sunday now. Villa against Bournemouth. Villa at home.
I don't know.
I've gone draw.
I'm going to go Bournemouth. I thought they looked pretty good against City.
I'm going to go Bournemouth.
All right. Brentford against Newcastle. Nice trip down to London for you again, Wiz. I've got Newcastle. Surely you can't lose 2 on the spin in London.
They go Newcastle. Brentford. They don't lose back-to-back games, you know.
Yeah. All right. Palace at home to Brighton. Big derby this. I've gone draw.
It's tough because Brighton did so well last week, but I'm going to go draw as well. I think there's going to be a lot of goals in that game. A lot of goals.
Palace.
All right. Forest Leeds. I'm going Forest.
There you go. Look, I got his little
I am also going to go Forest. I thought they looked pretty good against Man United. Dice ball.
All right, and then last one of the weekend, City at home to Liverpool.
City.
I'm going Liverpool.
You're not going Liverpool?
I've just wrote it down.
I think that Real
spanked by everyone, and you're gonna go. I
think the Madrid game's gonna take a lot out of them.
It's on Tuesday though.
Still, that's gonna be a physical game.
If they get spanked on Tuesday, the only way I can see them doing anything in the City is if they do something Liverpool-y tomorrow. If you play well and you know, everyone's chatting about you being back and all that stuff, I can see you taking that momentum there and potentially doing an upset, but you're not there yet. I just don't think you are. And it's not I'm an Everton fan kind of way. I just can't see it.
But given that these are my picks, can I make that pick without getting judged?
Of course.
That pick then, picking Liverpool on Sunday. Oh, thanks, lads.
I like to know your rationale.
I just
want
them to win.
He's got more coaching badges than anyone we know. Why? What's your rationale, Harry? Because it's boss, innit?
Because it's sound, innit? Just win.
Right after saying I can't.
Yeah.
No.
You're a wounded wildebeest going in there.
I think you also think that I'll be the one. Me and you are both on City. That's the one that can sway it. You know, because you and I usually give our picks.
I don't think like that. I'm not smart enough to think like that.
I don't know.
No, I'm going in. in.
Okay, sound, listen. Hey,
Balls
good
up.
luck to you. I always say I'd rather Scousers be happy than Manx.
Yeah, there you go. See? That means that you wanted to win as well.
And Connecticut natives.
Oh, yeah. Defo. All right, lads, nice one. But that was quality.
Cheers, the firm.
Up the Reds.
Yeah, that was a good one.